I've had a weird couple of weeks. I recently had to deliver my grandfather's eulogy rebuttal. So this is a layup compared to that. I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. When I was a little kid, my neighbor and I designed and built our own parachutes. And in order to test them, we jumped off the roof of my house. I broke my leg. My neighbor broke both of his, proving mine to be the superior design. I believe on the strength of my parachute experiment, one summer, my parents sent me to science camp. It's about as fun as it sounds. It's science camp, so you're not allowed to believe in things like ghosts. We told low probability event stories around the campfire. Growing up, we had a panic room in our house. It was whichever room my mother was in. I don't think I did very much to ease my poor mother's anxieties. One morning, in an effort to get out of going to school, I pretended to be possessed by the devil. She was trying to get me dressed. I was screaming at her in Latin. It didn't take her long to figure out that the real devil probably wouldn't just keep yelling "E pluribus unum" over and over again. For most of my childhood, I thought my parents were actually trying to get me kidnapped. Our stranger safe word was candy. I was born by cesarean section, which I realized one day means that if I should ever get the death penalty, I will have come into and gone out of this life by appointment. I've heard it said that both the happiest and saddest day in a man's life is the first time he beats his father at something. And when I was 16, for the first time, I beat my father at golf. And we were walking off the 18th green, and we got hit with this weird feeling, like he was looking at me with pride, like I was becoming a man. But at the same time, he was feeling an eerie sense of his own mortality. And I got hit with the really normal but awful guilt for having cheated. We were idiotically competitive, my father and I. When I was a little kid, he would try to one-up me at things. And now he's an old man, and I'm still trying to one-up him. It hit its crescendo about a year ago when I had a vacation coming, and I decided to go to Vietnam, just so he can't throw that in my face anymore. Technically, he still, he killed more people. He was a medic. He didn't know what he was doing. He was also, he was terrible at explaining things to children. I don't know if anyone had a father like that. It was almost like he had never been one. When I was a little kid, I was terrified of the dark. And one day, my father had enough of it. And he sat me down and he explained that there's no reason to be afraid of the dark. Because in the dark, you can't see who's there. But, and he leaned in for this bit of wisdom, he said, whoever's there can't see you. Yeah, because the level playing field is what upsets a child about the dark. I wish I could have responded to my father at 7 years old in the same tone. that he was talking to me like, Dad, I've been looking at the dark the wrong way. What I've been experiencing as a primal fear is actually an opportunity for a battle of wits around my bedroom against the boogeyman who you seem to be suggesting very well might be there. But he's dealing with the same set of disadvantages as I am.